Hello everyone, today I'm going to do a video on RC Mission's bulkhead alignment block. Now, this tool is a must-have tool for the serious racer. This tool is quick and easy and it does the job to perfection. There's a lot of other tools out there that try to align the bulkheads, and I've found a lot of them don't match what RC Mission has to offer here. Now there are other brands that do have like a full length bar to align the front and rear bulkheads, but I particularly don't like that setup because it means you have to disassemble the whole car. And if you're at a big race or a club race and you damage the front end of your car and you need to align your bulkheads, well, it's going to take some time. The great thing about this, as I mentioned, it's quick and easy and it's effective. So let's get to it and I'll show you what it is. So RC Mission, as you can see here, is on top of the logo is on top of the aluminum block. T4 stating the model of car and the spacing that this block will set the bulkheads at, which for X-ray standards, 19 millimeters is what you need. All right, so you'll see in the background here, I'm just going to change view. You'll see in the background here, I've disassembled the roll bar, the upper deck, and a few other components here. Now, you don't necessarily have to go that far, but I do suggest removing or just at least taking the screws off of the upper deck so the upper deck doesn't have any influence on the left and right bulkhead. And also the anti-roll bars here. This here, the little grommet screw that kind of holds everything together, that keeps the bearings into the housing, please loosen those set screws off, because that does have an influence on the bulkhead spacing. So yeah, please disassemble those areas off of the car and you'll be good to go. All right, so let's get to it. I've already aligned the blocks already, so I'm just going to show you the procedure very quickly. So you're going to take your block, you're going to loosen the screws on both left and right side bulkhead. You're going to place it down like so, and you want to make sure it contacts the bottom of the chassis. Then you'll take your dowel pins, which will further locate the bulkheads with the alignment block. All right, and so you might just have to move the alignment block a little bit forward or back just to get the screw to pass through. Now, as you can see here, I'm just going to move the camera forward. The screws are in place and the block is set. All I need to do is now flip the chassis upside down and then tighten the screws in an X pattern underneath the chassis, of course. And a great way to check to see whether or not your bulkheads have been aligned properly is quite simply just moving the screws back and forth. All right, and that right there is an indicator that the bulkhead left and right have been aligned correctly. And that's pretty much it for the lower half of the bulkhead. And what you will do next is you'll go one step further and you will take your shock tower. All right, your shock tower has the upper clamps here, which also play an important role with making sure that the alignment of the bulkheads are set right. So what you need to do now is go ahead and screw down the screws here. Basically screw this down all the way. One important tip: before you do screw this down, you want to loosen all 4 screws of the upper shock tower, because if you have these tightened down and you try to put it on, you'll notice that the upper caps won't seat correctly. So loosen the screws, put it down, tighten the screws down on all 4 corners, and then once you've got that set up, and all you need to do now is quite simply tighten these screws up again, and you're good to go. And you should be able to slide the upper caps back and forth along the length of the alignment block. And that's pretty much it. And this is such a quick and easy and precise way of aligning your car's bulkheads. And the way that the car is designed, like, even though you individually set up the bulkheads front and rear, just setting it up correctly with the correct spacing and knowing for a fact that the actual bulkheads are set right, that should in turn make sure that the drive line is set up right as well. So you're going to have a direct, efficient drivetrain. And that's pretty much it. And then just go ahead and assemble the upper deck and your anti-roll bars, and that's pretty much it. So I think this is a great tool to have for the serious racer. And it's not bulky, it's light, it's simple, and it takes advantage of the hole positions here in the bulkheads, which I think is a great idea. And I think RC Mission has definitely hit the ball out of the park with this design and making sure that the bulkheads are perfectly aligned, which will in turn improve the car's performance, especially making sure that it is tweak free. And I think it's great. It's quick, easy, awesome tool. RC Mission, check them out. Highly recommend them. Okay, bye bye.